According to Justin Delancey, Omar Mateen was brutally bullied. He was a chubby kid. He frequently got bullied about his weight because his parents were Afghan immigrants, even though Omar was a New Yorker, an American. He would get picked on because of his heritage, because of his ancestry, because of his religion, because of his brown skin, by racist and intolerant assholes. Justin Delancey said that Omar was eccentric, so he's a character. And Justin felt like Omar was one of those guys that people wanted to bully because he was a pushover. He tried to get a seat on the bus, but a bully wouldn't let him sit down, so he couldn't get a seat. Someone that would then slap Omar on the back of the head. Omar would try to joke and laugh and make fun of himself to get the attention off of himself, but it didn't work. Todd Rasman bullied the hell out of me. He's still a dick today. He's an asshole. He's a psychopath. He doesn't care about other people's feelings. He don't care. And perhaps he's got his own issues going through it, but I didn't deserve it. I was skinny. He didn't, he just wanted to pick on somebody. So he's getting slapped on the back of the head. He's trying to sit on the bus. People wouldn't let him sit down, so he couldn't get a seat. And then he would try to laugh and joke about it, like, hey, but really, there's only one way. He should have punched that fucking bully in the mouth. Should have knocked the fuck out of him. You slap me in the back of the head, I'm going to defend myself by punching you. But the schools believe if there's a fight, both of you are responsible. But the principal in Cloverport, if me and him get into it, then one of us wins and the other one loses. But if you're children, both of you are convicted. Both of you are guilty. So, being a good kid, if I'm getting attacked, I can't defend myself, even if I did nothing wrong, because I'm going to get suspended. And that. If you go and tell, then the bully knows, that doesn't stop the bullying. As long as the advisor, the principal, and the teachers are there, maybe the bullying won't happen, but the person hates you, and they might try to get you back, like some other time. So, Addis Wilson, a classmate at Martin County High, so this has been in freshman year, said that Mateen had played football for a short time. While Omar was in school, Omar held ordinary teenage jobs working at Publix grocery store in nearby Palm City, a Chick-fil-A in Jensen Beach, and a Walgreens in Port St. Lucie. So he's got a job at a grocery store, Publix, in Palm City. He's working at Chick-fil-A, a fast food restaurant. Jensen Beach Chick-fil-A, which is homophobic. They hate gay people there. The CEO does. Remember when Sarah Palin's eating them Chick-fil-A's? And Walgreens in Port St. Lucie. So he's a teenager. He's going to school, trying to do his parents say. Also has a job. 3 jobs. In January 2002, when Omar was 15 years old, this would be during his sophomore year, or freshman, Shala Mateen, his mother, had called the Stewart police because eggs were being thrown at their house. So they're having eggs thrown at their house. Their parents are having issues. Probably racist. Is that why? Who else? I don't know why people throw eggs at someone's house. I guess we could ask Justin Bieber, right? When Omar was 16 years old, on December 7th, 2002, Omar's mother, Shala, was arrested for domestic violence, the lamest domestic violence you've ever heard of. So this is when he's 16 years old, right? 2 years before adulthood. He's having to see his parents struggle. But then he's also obedient to him and everybody else, his employers, Chick-fil-A bosses, the snot-nosed, zit-faced shift manager at Chick-fil-A, the homophobic piece of shit, the hierarchical oppressor piece of shit managers at Chick-fil-A, telling him what to do. Walgreens, Publix managers are telling him what to do. Schools are telling him what to do. Parents are telling him what to do. And while he's going through all this, his mother is arrested for domestic violence. So during the early morning of December 7th, 2002, on the 800 block of Northwest Water Lily Place, Jensen Beach, Martin County, Florida, where they were living at the time, while their 4 kids were sleeping, Mir Siddiqui and Shala were arguing. Mir Siddiqui threatened to kill Shala, So when she heard that, Mir Siddiqui went to go brush his teeth. Shala was pulling on his hair, and then she pinched his left bicep, pinched it so hard that it left a red mark. Now, that's it. So if you're asking me I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you. Well, shit, you might smother me or something, right? That's a threat. I think you should that's terroristic threatening, right? You should take that serious. You don't know if someone intends to do it or not. You can't take them as joking. And so in response, she pulls his hair and pinches his left bicep. He calls the cops. Shala is arrested without incident. She goes peacefully. And then she's booked at the Martin County Jail. So the police are called for her pinching and pulling of hair after she got threatened. And now she's in jail. Siddiqui said that Shala had assaulted him before. They asked him, has she done this before? Yes, he answered. Shala's bail was set at $5,000. So for this petty little domestic dispute, which, I don't know, you say something, right? You had, Bernie Mac, I'll kill them kids. Oh, I don't mean I'll kill the kids. No, I'm going to kill you. Well, pull your hair, I pinched you. Like, there's no assault, there's no punching, there's no hitting, there's no smacking. Like, I mean, I've seen worse. And heard about worse. Much worse. Right? Chris Brown punches Rihanna. And she might have been an asshole. So, I mean, she forgave him. So, clearly, I don't know if she's just a forgiving person. I don't know what happened. Right? Men shouldn't hit women, but women shouldn't hit men. Nobody should be hitting each other. And am I supposed to take attacks? I don't know. I feel for Siddiq calling the police when he's being attacked, because what are you supposed to do? At the time, he feels insulted. So what's he going to do? But he didn't get smacked in the face. Okay. But $5,000. Bail of $5,000. This little petty domestic dispute. Now she's going to stay in jail for $5,000. I don't have $5,000 sitting around. You got $5,000 to bail somebody out? So eventually Siddiqui bails her out, pays the $5,000, gets her out. He refuses to press charges. But the state could have gone after her anyways. They could convict somebody even if the person doesn't want to press charges anymore. There's a lot of aggressive prosecutors that want to get as many convictions under their belt. Well, I've convicted 5,000 people. Most of them innocent, but it doesn't matter. As a prosecutor, I will get you thrown in jail. And if you're wealthy, Donald Trump, you're like, hell yeah. You're doing a good job fucking all them poor people's lives over who can't afford lawyers. Good work, prosecutors. $5,000. Siddiqui, the father, refuses to press charges, and ultimately the case is dismissed. So that's it. It's sort of much ado about nothing if they're like, oh, look at the domestic violence. She was beating him up. That's where all this came from. Right? Because clearly if it's reported in a police report, it must be exactly as the police had documented it. So we're getting to the end of Omar Mateen's life, or Omar Mateen's childhood. This is his wonder years. And when he's 16 years old, he's working at a Publix grocery store as a cashier in Palm City. He's going to work at Chick-fil-A, Jensen Beach, and Walgreens in Port St. Lucie. But I'm not sure the time frame when he's working these jobs. I don't know if he's working them as a teenager while he's going to school or as an adult. On November 16th, 2004, that's when Omar Mateen is going to turn 18 years old, and that's when he becomes an adult. So the timeline for when he's working at Chick-fil-A in Jensen Beach and then Walgreens in Port St. Lucie is sort of hazy. The last thing, the last milestone that Omar Mateen passes before becoming an adult, sometime in 2003, Omar Mateen being only 16 or 17 years old. So he actually graduates earlier than a lot of people, than I did. Most people graduate when they turn 18. Most people are 18 years old, just becoming adults when they graduate. So Omar Mateen graduated from the Stewart Adult Community High School, which is located in 1150 Southeast Street, Joseph Avenue, or St. Joseph, my bad. Southeast St. Joseph Avenue in Stewart, Florida, 34996. I've heard several times he got a GED or a vocational school or some other alternative, a diploma. But he got a real standard diploma. He graduated from Stewart Adult Community High School with a standard diploma, not a GED, as the media had been reporting. So, those are Omar Mateen's wonder years. Now, we're going to see Omar Mateen's adult years coming up.